We're starting. Let's do it.
Okay, here's the
All
deal,
right.
guys. If you're not staying, you need to go
leave.
outside.
All right,
Thank you.
because we can't have talking in the background.
It's
right.
going to be about 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes. That's all.
It's all about, it's not about a question and answer. It's just
we
getting
just want to update you.
just the
all right,
facts,
so
ma'am.
Patrick,
Just
you
the facts.
you start.
Okay, give me blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to make sure.
Thank you.
There we go.
All right, just go.
Okay, so welcome everyone. This is our third update since the beginning of the year. So the first thing is the effects from the COVID on the center, and much gratitude. Everyone has just stayed with us through this, and gratitude is the first place we want to go. And we want to thank the board, Peggy, Charles, Melissa, and Joan and Richard, who are our emeritus board members. And we have just been, since day one, I just saw the one from last in June, and I saw how we were handling it then, and just the things that were being created, and we just jumped in. And I'm just so proud of all of us.
Okay, so we want to make sure that everyone knows that we did sign a 3-year lease to this place. We didn't, yeah. Yeah, it was the best thing for us to do. Nothing else was coming forward, and with everything happening in the island, and there was no reason to move. There was just no reason, especially since we don't know from moment to moment what's going to occur, right? And then we're perfect here. It's fine. And we did have an increase in our lease. He's charging us, it's like $1,000 extra a month of what we are paying. And but he's giving us a break until for 6 months of $500. So, but we're still going up. But he is giving us a break. But to tell you the truth, it's a lot of money, but it's a lot less than what other people are paying for rent on this island. I looked at it, and you go out anywhere, and it's like $12,000, $16,000, $20,000 a month. And we'll end up paying, when we're paying our full rent, it'll be $4,500 a month. So it's a lot, and it's a nut that we have to meet every month, among other things. But we're okay. We feel grateful, and we know it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, and it gives us a chance to have a 3-year plan so that we can work, because we're going to be working into our 10th year. At the end of this 3 years, we'll be in our 10th year, right?
Yeah.
So I think 3 years is good, and everybody has said that to it. Well, it's a good time to set your goals and all of that, and to grow. So
Yeah.
knowing that we'll all be back here, that this place will be packed again.
And
right?
look, since June, look where we're at. We're growing again.
And our online is growing.
We have to say, those of you that were at the hotel with us when we first started, hysterical, because we used to sneak chairs in. Like we'd feed the people with cake and all the stuff, the guys that work there, and then I'd be like, Kelly, get some more chairs in. And so, because we were only allowed 49, and we were, by the time we all left, we were like 60. You know, so we were just, and it feels like that now because we were kind of shoved back to it, but I say it's shoving us forward. So here's the other thing. With the only support that we got through the federal, all of that world was, is none. But we did get, we got $2,000. We didn't know what that was, but somebody filled me in the other day. I said, why didn't we get the PPP? They gave you $1,000 per employee, which would be Rita and I, and we did not get the other. And then we did get the big loan, but here's...
We decided not to take it.
No.
Because we are, what? Yes.
There's attachments to it.
And also, we have not built this center on credit. We've built this center on cash. And if the center can't be supported that way, then we don't have a center.
Right.
So why would we take out a $60,000 loan and have to pay it back? You know, it didn't seem right, and it seemed scary, and it just didn't seem right. That's all.
Yeah, and I think what people want to know about that part of it is that no, I mean, more people are saying good for you for not doing it, because if we, can you imagine, like in a year to 2 years, then you're paying the interest, you're paying and it's not even real, because the people I know, they're going, oh my God, you know, are we just surviving on this money? So we want to make sure that we continue to thrive. So no money there, but we did get $2,000 in the very beginning that went into our. We lost some of our
our fundraisers, the silent auction that we were going to do in the
Remember
summer.
our silent auction,
And
Emma?
We postponed our
Sue?
Sacred Journey because we didn't see any reason to have it in January. It was too iffy of what was going to happen in opening up, so we moved it to April. That's also one of our fundraisers, so we lost that. But we wanted you guys to know, because a lot of people don't know how much it costs us to run the center every month.
You do
And
if you come in
The
January.
nut that we have to meet every month is $15,000 to $17,000. I know, right? That's with all our expenses, everything.
There was
know,
even a
so-
time, right, that I said, our rent, and they go, oh my God, you pay rent? And I was like, yeah, actually we do.
Yeah, so we just want you guys to know that. And we were hit by the COVID, but we're going to be okay. And we're going to set that we want to make $25,000 on this fundraiser. That's our goal, and that will help us get through all the increases for the next, a few years that we're going to have. It'll at least help us the first year. So that's our goal for that. And then go ahead. You want to talk about that?
Oh, I do want to. Everything is expansion, just for everyone's FYI. We have this beautiful thing. This helps us to expand because even though it was about, the big, acres of stuff, right now this is expanding. So we're going to take the 3 years. We're going to give him some hot water in the kitchen.
Heroes, we haven't had hot water.
We're gonna get him some hot water. We're gonna try to put in a little thing to wash cups so we can bring the cups back into the world. We're gonna do a lot of stuff that requires everything in here. By the way, that some of you are familiar with this, some of you aren't. But anything that goes wrong in here, with the exception of the AC, because they take care only of that, we have to fix it. Anything we want to do, all business people know that. I didn't know that. I thought when you paid rent, somebody else fixed it. But anything we're going to do in here, we're going to, it'll be expansion. So we're going to do our expansion fund, continue it, to continue this thing. And we need to get a place for our kids when they return.
Yeah.
They did say that there because so many people are moving out, that perhaps even she might let us use the next door, just kind of use it on Sundays in that wonderful space, or if not, pay a little to do it. But all of this is exciting. I feel like we're really expanding. We're kind of like starting again in a different way, except we have more power behind us because we're all together.
Yeah,
what else?
That's good. So, and I also wanted you to know that
yeah.
I'm working on applying for this relief from the
Oh, yeah.
RPT tax, which is the real property tax. It's not that easy of a process, but I'm working on it, and the deadline's September 30th. So I need all your treatment work, that all the paperwork will be given, so I can get it through, because it'll save us like the taxes on this. It'll save us like a couple of $100 a month, just in the tax. So just keep your treatment work going, that goes smoothly and we're entitled to it because we're a nonprofit. So that is what we're working on. And
I just want to jump back up here just for a second, because we're also increasing, because we're such an online presence now, to upgrade all of our technical stuff as well. So, it's already been updated, but we're going to update it again. And we have no theater here in on the island right now, right? So, and so we have this one.
Our cinema's been really popular.
Our cinema, and once it's going to grow again, but that is what we're using now. And now with all of our social distancing and everything, it seems small. So eventually, we're going to have the big screen here, and have that way when we're full again, we'll be the theater for people to come.
Okay.
There we go.
And then we want to tell you about. I don't know if you know that this. Well, I'm knowing this is going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I know the borders will be open eventually, but we are the Vista Conference, which is the Center for Spiritual Living annual conference. The one they're coming from the mainland. They're coming here to broadcast the first evening. They're going to 3 different places: New Mexico, can't remember the other one, New Mexico, somewhere else, and here. We are the opening of it. So we will be broadcast nationally, internationally, from here for the opening of the Vista Conference. So so it'll be February 15th, and we're gonna have whoever can fit in here in the room. So right now it's all go. They asked,
all systems are go?
Yeah, all systems are go. They asked us for something the other day. Oh, they want to have another meeting. That was what it was. So just keep knowing that's going to happen too. So
they're kind of walking on shells too, whether or not they can get in.
If you go to their website, csl.org, You'll and click on Vista. You'll see our names there. You'll even see Saber Kauka's picture and a couple of other pictures on there too. So it's exciting to know that's going to happen. So they'll be
Yeah.
live streaming from here, and that'll be on February 15th.
Puts us on the map, yeah.
Is that like the Asilomar?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's not a Silmar. It's the business conference. Although they do have workshops, it's not the one where they go on retreat. I think I'm telling right,
Yeah,
Diane?
I
Yeah,
think it is.
there's two conferences. One, they have a retreat. What?
The Journey. Sacred Journey is in April
is
now.
changed to April. Yeah, we already got 8 people signed up for the Sacred Journey. Okay, and then you wanted to talk
I
about
wanted
this,
to
and then
talk,
we're
just so
done.
you can pass the word about our center when you're out. There's a confusion about this center that we're not a charity. Just, I don't know if people really feel that and what you define as charity, but I've had several conversations about it. And reason we had it is because we are a tithing community. That means we give out to the community, so whatever you give, it's like a to give. You give, and then we grow, and then we give out. But someone had mentioned that, we're tithing, but then they had mentioned, well, it's interesting for a charity to be giving out when we're in this kind of situation. So bottom line is, we're not a charity, we're a service. We're a service. We give, like a restaurant, we give spiritual food, and we give inspiration, and we give everything. So though you may have, not you in this room, but people may have an idea of, I'm giving a donation to charity. Yeah, you get your write-off at the end of the year, but charity we've never been, Centers for Spiritual Living has never been a charity. It's a service that we give out. So I just wanted to know, a lot of people get confused about terminology. And I just wanted to make sure. Was that
That's
it?
all we have.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to repeat your question so we don't have to pass the microphone. Go ahead.
The question is that some people are confused about the word charity in terms of tax purposes. Maybe that's why they're calling this a charity.
Well,
Yeah.
we are a charity in the sense that we're a church registered with the federal government and the state government. We're registered as a church, which could be considered a charity. But when I think of a charity, I think of people that need money. And you give to charity. You do. You want to take care of
Right.
people and help people, right? But this is different. This is a service. It's a nonprofit, and you get your tax deduction.
And I
but
think,
it's not like, we're like holding out the plate that we need money. We're just operating.
Well, we do, but
Well, we do,
I think
but-
why it got confusing is they were concerned, which people have been, even on our boards, not our current board, but we've been on boards before, about how do we justify tithing out into the community when we need that money to do it? And Rita and I started this 7 years ago, and we've had a few people that have asked us to stop, wanted us to stop tithing and take care of this, and it will never ever happen. And so we have a thing in our little clause, Rita and
It's in
I,
our
that says the moment that we stop tithing as a community is the day that our doors close. And it's just it's in our
Well, it's in our bylaws.
It's in our bylaws.
We set it up that way because
Yeah.
we believe in tithing. We believe in it. We live by it. We do it in our own personal life. We believe in it,
Exactly.
and our center needs to tithe. It just needs to tithe. It needs to know that it's fully supported so that it can give out, because you got to keep the law of circulation going. Otherwise,
Right.
you put a kink in the hose.
So
right?
anyway, reason I
So-
tell you is so that you can tell others, and people online can tell others. Go, oh, we're not really giving to a charity. We can get a write-off, but we're not. We're giving to a service because we actually feed. That's what I was telling this person. We actually feed people inspiration and all of that. So I like the feeling that we're a service more than, oh, go over there, they're having a hard time. We don't come from that stuff. So yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys have mentioned that you've had good online response. Can you share a
Oh.
little bit about that?
Online, she said, you have mentioned that we have had good online.
Do you mean
Yes.
financial
No, no,
response or all of it? Okay. Well, basically,
Yeah, you didn't address that one, thank you, the issue about how our finances have been since the COVID.
okay. Well, our donations have gone down, but we have been very fully supported by the mainland. Like, that is where most of, a lot, more than half of our donations have come from, because they want to make sure we're here. And so we have contributors from the mainland that never stopped giving. They just kept giving, which, we're blessed because of that. Thank you.
But
And,
it hasn't gone, it's gone down, but the online has not gone, soaring. But that's okay. I mean, we just wanted you to know that we have an increase of online people, and we've also have an increase of people coming, new people too, coming to it. So my feeling is that when these doors open back up again, we will be very ready to go to the next level of it, because I have a feeling it's going to be packed because people have gotten to know us through that. When we say not half of it's went down, but our Sundays have went
I'm going
down.
to just tell you, the first couple of months we did great. We had reserve, though, because we had gotten some huger donations before this whole thing started, so we had some reserve. What happened was the last couple of months, we started to, it got scary, okay, for a moment until we treated. And now till we started the Abundance Project,
We
we got our
unkinked the
minds in the right
hose.
place. We unkinked the hose. But, yeah, so... yeah, we had a couple of rough months, but when we started, we were fine, and then we had a couple of rough months, and then we started to open up again in our consciousness, and things started to open up again, and they're opening up now. We know
It's
that
so
they
great to
are.
watch.
So I know we had when we started the Abundance
The
Project.
minute you get tight, you watch everything go tight, and then you go, I can't be tight more than that. Oh.
Yeah.
So we
and we always know that. Like Patrick and Rita know that. We know it's our consciousness. Because as much as, it's all of our consciousness, if our consciousness is not there, the center consciousness is not going to be there. And anytime we get scared or we feel like, oh my God, what's going to happen, then here it goes, right?
So the last thing
Trust, faith.
about that, and then we'll pray on out here. Here's the thing. I want to talk about something that's not a give for us now, is our salaries. Meaning that before, and the reason I'm talking about the salaries, a lot of times when Rita and I first started, we always made sure everybody was paid and everything got paid. And if we didn't have enough to pay us, that was bad science of mind. Bad science of mind. Because if your leaders are not making sure that they are taken care of, then there'll be a kink in it. So I just want you to know that the last 3 years, 4 years, we have made that a priority, even in the most scariest times.
we said we're not going to go backwards.
We will not go backwards. We cannot go backwards. And the moment we go back on the ministers, then we are in trouble. So I just want everyone to know that we're honoring that. The board was very, very determined that this does not happen, that we don't make it, okay, we'll take a little, no.
And that's the other thing. All our bills were paid during the 6 months.
Yes.
So that,
yes, thank you, all of you, and online.
Like we said, we didn't get any cuts in rent. We didn't get anything. We just paid our bills, and we just always knew it was going to show up, and it always did. So...
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like I said, the moment it got scary, then we go into treatment, and we just
we do
know.
So we bless you, and I want to end with gratitude, because
you all.
It's your energy that comes in this place that allows us to not feel, like I said, membership alone. And you being here helps us at the end of the day when we're sitting here, we know that we're not alone. Right. And sometimes it can feel like that, because then that was the thing about the loan, right? It's like at the end of the day, it wasn't be like we would call you up and go, you know what, we got a loan to pay up. People go, I didn't take out that loan. What are you talking about? At the end of the day, it's Rita and I as the leaders up there. And so I just feel so proud of us all that we didn't have to take that loan out, and that we're going the other way now. So congratulations to all of us.
I trust this principle. It works. Yes. And any of us that have used it knows that it works. We just have to trust it and have faith and believe. And I do.
And pass the word about the telethon. So let's just take a moment here to just bathe in this gratitude. Oh, yes, marinate in this incredible energy that moves through and as each and every one of us. And I know that with gratitude, all things are possible, because it moves aside anything that is in the way of absolute perfection. So I am so grateful for each and every one of us that stayed today to find out more about our home. And I know that our home is growing. I know that everything that this wonderful, beautiful CSL Kauai in the middle of the Pacific Ocean is not staying here. It goes out not just on our island, but it goes out into the world, and we make a difference. That's how powerful each and every one of us is. So with that, I just say thank you, mahalo, mahalo. I release it, I let it go, and so it is.
And so it is.
So it is.
Thank
so
you
it
so
is.
much, everyone.
Take off.
Thank you. We've got it. We've got the power.
Rockets.
All of us. Yay. Yeah.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
I'm going to put my cats on.